Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. What I want to do in this video is get my oil refinery up and running, because what I would like to do is produce my own fuel and bitumen, and then what that will mean is that the biofuel plant over here can be scaled back and the crops be put more into food and alcohol. But before that, a little bit of an update from the last video where we were laying out this area here. And I would like to say a big thank you to Ketu31, who gave me some very good ideas relating to heating plants and pollution. And so what I've actually done is I've redesigned this area and kind of pushed it back towards this direction, and especially the steel mill. It's still not as far away from the city as I was hoping for, but I think I can push the accommodation out round here. I think we can sneak the accommodation a little bit this direction, and hopefully we'll be able to have a barrier here where the pollution won't spread too far. Now, one of the suggestions from Ketu was that fact that heat pumping stations lose heat, so you don't want the pipelines to be any longer than necessary. And so what I've done is I've squashed this heating plant up a little bit. You probably can't see the difference, but I did move it, believe it or not. Actually, I just noticed something. I just want to assign that. Yeah, I want to build that because eventually we need to get the heating plant online. And my original plan was to run the pipeline through here, up to here, put a pump, and then put heating exchangers round the city. But based on Ketu's suggestion, what I'm thinking is I'll just put let's just zoom out a little bit. And what I'm thinking is to have a big heat exchanger here, like that. And then what that should do is do this side of the city, and then maybe, if necessary, find another way to heat the area. In fact, what we could do is probably run a pipe round there. And if we got to put a pump in, we'll have to put a pump in. But I'm hoping that this will do quite a lot of the damage. And the other suggestion Ketu said is always use big heat pumps. When we got heat there, kind of, let me just do this pipe here, like that. And then what I want to do is maybe bring you out just like that, and it's going to put up. Hey, you think you can some other infrastructure in the way? Is that because that other pipe's there? I think it's trying to connect to that pipe there, isn't it? And what I'm thinking is come over here and drop it down a bit now. And maybe we'll just do it like that. The idea is we've got a spare pipe here should I need it to put heating down this way, and we should have enough space to get another pipe around the back of that building there, or we could go over that way. I'm just gonna confirm that. And it's going to be some time before we build this. Now, the other thing I've also done here is I put the power lines in, and I've reworked the rail connections here. I'm still not totally happy with them, but I think rail is going to be the key to getting the real mass production up and running. So what I've done is I've just changed that here. Because what I've been thinking is, how am I going to get the oil and raw iron in from right over here? And my thoughts are it's going to definitely have to be rail. So we're going to have to find some way to build a rail line out here. Of course, we're going to have to build a bridge probably from here across to there. And of course, we've got a whole issue of power, which could be a challenge as well. But that is a problem for the future. What we're going to do is get back over to here. And the other thing I want to show you before we get started is we're on the 21st of June 1973. Time is really flying at the moment. And what I want to do is I've got this distribution office here, and I just want to flip this over to unload it here. I want to push this up to 90%, because the idea is what I want is for this distribution office to put all the crops into these two silos. And what is this silo? This is the volcano. Where's that grain silo? And we want to load from here when this is over 50%. And the idea is that what will happen is that this will, as the crops from the covered holes from this farm get dumped into here, if this starts to fill up, then they'll be transferred to here. That's the idea anyway. So we're just going to get the game running, because what I want to do now is get my construction crews working on here, and we're going to put all the crews on them. Now we'll put these two up, and what we'll do is we'll use the road crew to finish off these jobs here. This job here, yeah, you're allocated. I think this is allocated as well. The other thing I also want to do is put in a distribution office. So I'm going to get a medium distribution office in here. This is going to be responsible for distributing my oil and bitumen, and probably cement in the long term. Just gonna just you printer there like that, and we'll assign the road crew to this one. Now the other thing Metu31 suggested was running a bus up here so I can export the power, which I am doing at the moment, just to show you here. See, we're exporting power, we're making quite a lot of money at it. The trouble is my coal reserves are going down very quickly, so I'm a little bit worried about that, and I'm just trying to work out which one imports the coal. I'm very tempted to put another dumper in here. It's full, so I can't do it. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to rearrange this whole setup here. I mean, I've got a lot of cement trucks in here. What have I got cement trucks in here for? Okay, you're actually sending the cement to the concrete plant. I don't think I actually need 2 cement trucks in here. I think what we can do is, can't send you in here. I think we'll send one back to there. And then what we'll do is they'll allow me to replace the dumper. Because we're really going to need to get the coal into here. You see how quickly the coal's dropping. So I think another dumper truck here will make a big difference. And as I say, I want to get this built as quickly as possible. I think there's something else I spotted before. Yeah, we need to get that built as well. So we'll assign you there. Now another problem I am developing is down here with traffic jams, because I've been getting queues here, which is a bit of a problem. You don't have a paver. Do you have a paver? The other thing I've been doing along here is actually filling in this sections of road here. So I think we're just going to do that. I'm just going to assign you. And we'll just fill that section in. So I do need to get the speed up on this road. There I can see that it's building up a little bit here with the congestion. Where things are looking good. How's the clove situation? I wouldn't mind. Well, you've got 10.9 tons of clothes. I think we could probably get our little clothes truck here, but just want to. What I'm going to do is put you over there so I can keep an eye on you and just minimize you out for the moment. So, I mean, this is going to cause a little bit of disruption because all the vehicles have got to go around there, but this shouldn't take long to build, and we've got a roller in here straight away, so these should be some pretty quick wins. How are we doing here? 291. Of course, eventually we're going to have to start filling in this area here. Actually, there's a a quick win there as well. Now, I did get a question in the comments about why I don't let my construction officers build roads and footpaths automatically. The reason for that is I like to direct what they're actually building so they can stay focused on what they're meant to be doing. Otherwise, what tends to happen is that they end up sending trucks all over different places, especially with asphalt roads, because you get situations like this where you've got a dumper truck sat here waiting for the paver, and the paver's probably off somewhere else. If we probably come in here and find the paver. Where's the paver? Yeah, there's the paver coming now. And so you can end up getting your trucks caught in wrong positions. How's the accommodation here? This is really starting to fill up a bit, so we're going to need to keep building houses here. Now, the other thing I've been thinking about is the rail construction office and where I can fit it in. And what I'm thinking is maybe over here. So what we'll have to do is bring the road through here and set up a rail construction office here with a connection to the rail tracks here. But it's going to be a bit tricky. But what I really need to do is get a lot of this built first before we can actually do stuff. I mean, overall things are going pretty well. How are we doing here? Right, we've got this here. We need to get that built. Oh, wow, this is coming in really quickly. How's the coal's holding up at the moment? I think the extra dumper might make a bit of a gain. How's this here? Oh, that was built quick. And we want to store bitumen in there. So what I'm going to do is get this built. That's coming along quite nicely. See what's allocated to my construction offices. So you're just building the small refinery. You've actually finished that road. I think what we can do is just keep filling, take advantage of the short distance to... Wow, what's up with that? Okay, we've got a little short bit there. This one might be a bit more difficult, so what we'll do is we'll actually assign you to both. And we'll just fill in that little bit there. I mean, it'd be really good to get this whole main road asphalted. Okay, is the harvest started? No. We are nearly out of crops and it's only 12th of July. You see we got a bit of a queue building up. What's the food situation? We got food there, 45. Actually, I'm not paying attention to my truck. Okay, where are you? Right, we're going to send you back to there. I don't want you taking any more of my clothes. You spent that lot there. You give me a nice income, so I'm not going to complain. Let's have a quick check. Yeah, we made 43,000 that month. So we are in the green for the moment. I mean, I do want a pile of cash here simply because what I want to do is buy some oil tankers so that we can start to get this production going. Right, so yeah, just filling in this road here. How you doing? Right, you're actually on the late stages now, so I think what we can do is allocate you and you to here. Now, a little bit of a tip here: when you're building oil storage, build the oil storage before you build the pipelines, because especially if you've got a factory that could be working while you're actually building the pipelines, because what can actually happen is that the factory that's working will decide on what he wants to store in here. But what I want in here is I want fuel in one and bitumen in the other one. So build the storage tanks, allocate what you want them to contain, and then build the pipelines. I mean, we won't build this just yet. So, and we'll just keep the pressure on a little bit. Yeah, so the trucks are going there. Wow, I've already finished this bit. You're doing really good, guys. Of course, we're going to have a tiny little bit there. We're going to hit you. Just keep filling in this bit here. Actually, how's my gravel? I haven't actually checked that for a long time. I mean, it could not be. Yeah, we got loads of. We're a bit short of quarry stone. I think that could be down to the fact that the aggregate is full up. So why is the current number of workers? We probably don't need that number of workers, so let's drop the number of workers down a little bit. Yeah, I think that's keeping the gravel supplies going. This is wow, high-speed building. Little footpath there. We'll allocate you to there as well. 243,000, which is good. Any more footpaths I need put in so that I can do things? Yeah, okay. Just assign you. We'll give you the road crew and that. I'm just building these footpaths to make it a little bit easier when the time comes to build these conveyors. But that's going to be a long way down the chain. Just close that. So this is a gravel road. How many jobs have you got at the moment? Yeah, I mean, you're working on the ore refinery. In fact, we can probably give you that job as well. Let's just close that off. And you can just hook in that one. And what we probably need to do is push up to here, but not just at the moment. I want this finished first. So what are you waiting for? Asphalt. There we are. Of course, we're going to need the paver, which is going to take a long time to get over here. 250,000. How's the coal's holding up quite well at the moment, and our harvest has started. And see how it's going. We got the crops starting to flow into there. Where are you picking up crops from? Gotta find where you're picking up crops from. Where are you? That's unload. You're not. Where is the? I've got a horrible feeling you were buying crops from the customs shed. You shouldn't have been doing that. Right. What I'm going to do is get you from. This is the one, isn't it? Yep. So what they will do is start grabbing the crops from here as the harvest comes in. And how much crops? You've got 35 tons of crops there. Clothes is building back up again. Looking good. Looks like our ore refinery is getting any steel. How's the steel situation? Yeah, we got a little bit of 17 tons of steel here. Right, I think what we can do is just drop in this last section along here. Okay, I'm just going to run it to you, and you can just fill in that last section there. I suppose what we could do is push back this way a little bit as well to make it look good. Why are you dropping off? Oh, you went to get some fuel. And we've got the paver on this path already. And the bus is going to get some workers. Okay. Right, we've built the oil tanks, so you're going to hold bitumen. And you're going to hold fuel. And then what we're going to do now is just allocate these pipelines in. Get these built. nicely. Right, these guys are waiting on the paver. Here it comes. Coal. Let's just check the queues. Sorry, I'm dashing all over the map. Yep. There's part of me says, should I build this and start? But that won't actually speed up the queues, will it? Wait, stop pushing in. We got 78 tons there, 49 tons there, 30 tons there. How's the crops coming in over here? Got 67 tons here. Looks like the farm over here is actually running ahead of these. Looks like these fields aren't quite ready yet, but we're only on the 4th of August, so one thing I do need to start looking into is meat production, because that's the one element that's missing from my food supply system. And looks like we're going to need to put in some more trees here, seed some pines, put some, keep this going, a bit more out here like that. And of course, one of the really big issues is that as I expand outwards, is going to be getting food out to here, because while everything's building, we'll just go over and talk a little bit. I know I've already mentioned this, but what I'm thinking is that we can build a small town here that could be reasonably self-sufficient. Then what that will do is provide a fire station to protect this area here, and then we'll have to build bridges across here, probably one for road, one for rail, and we've got a small community here, because what I would like to do is get that oil, which is up in this area here. If I show you here, oil rigs. So we got oil up here on this peninsula, and I think in some ways oil is going to be a bigger priority than actual iron ore. What we have to do is import the iron ore, and then let's see how things go. Let's see. Yeah, wow, why are we losing money importing? Jolly old steel, isn't that a surprise? So what are we exporting? Yeah. Yeah, steel is a killer. Not being able to produce your own steel. Here comes the roller, so we're going to soon have this connected. We've got this running here. Now, we got this built. Question is, do I get some tankers working on this straight away so we can get some production up, or do I wait for this to be built? I think we're going to get some tankers, buy a couple of tankers. What we got here? What's this? This is a cement truck there, isn't it? Yep. Oil tankers. What have we got in the way of big oil tankers? This is 9 tons. This is 27,000 though. What makes this so special? Engine power. What we got here? This carries 9 tons as well, and it's about half the price. What we got here? 7 tons, 45 tons, 7 tons. But one here, 24,000, 12 tons of oil. I think if we get a couple of those, and then we're just going to, and you're going to pick up oil there, unload oil there. And then what I'm going to do is, I've lost the, and what we'll do is once the distribution office is finished, which we can now build, we're just going to get you on that. We'll then automate this process, because the idea is going to be is that we'll use this fuel to supply our gas stations and various items up here. When what we'll do is we'll ship the bitumen from here to here, and then what would to keep the asphalt plant going. But what we will do is we'll set up a distribution office, probably a different one from this one, and then when this tank gets, say, more than, what's it, 300 tons, so if you say this gets more than, say, 10% full, which is 30 tons, we'll then start exporting the bitumen out as well. So it's a closed situation. 7 tons of close, not really enough to do it. The queue's building up again. So kind of, we got this fuel depot here. What does this do? This is the one that imports the bitumen at the moment, and it actually distributes to the gas stations. Also does the microbrewery. So what I'll most likely do is use this one to keep supplying the gas stations in this area, probably up as far as this one here, and then we'll start using this fuel tank to start distributing the to other areas. Okay. I've got our first workers in here, and they're going to start producing oil and bitumen. I think at the moment we don't need to worry too much about moving it to start with. And when the new distribution office is up and running, we'll take away the responsibilities for bitumen from this area here. In fact, you could become the export one, couldn't you? Yeah, I think that will work. Get lots of workers waiting here, and I don't know why they come here, because there's nothing for them to actually. It's had a sudden thought. You pick your workers up from there. If there's workers were queuing there waiting for jobs, you might as well use them. Not that you've got anything, you actually assign to anything. You're working on the medium distribution office. One thing I would like to do is start building in these towers as well. So, I think we're now. I think I want this distribution office finished ASAP. I want everything focused on that. We got 2.5 tons of bitumen now. A little bit of fuel trickling in. Ooh. And once we've got the bitumen supply up and running and it's working efficiently, what we can do then is really start to think about allowing our construction officers to do the asphalting. We've got this nice asphalt road here. How's the road crew now? Looks like everything is back in here. You've got absolutely nothing, so I think you can now start working on that. Got this footpath here that I need to redo. So just get rid of you. I'm just gonna. Hopefully that will work. Just do that in case I forget all about it. Any other asphalt roads that be nice to do this one as well. So we'll just push you out there, and we'll assign you to the road crew as well. Okay, oh, we've got to build this. 10 tons of steel. That's gonna have to wait. I think what we can do is assign this to the road crew. And just building that. Check the accommodation out here. That was it. Starting to fill up, so I think we can Sign you as well. My money's dropping, so I'm going to need to keep an eye on this. Yeah. We got 32 tons of. Right, what we're going to do is keep an eye on you. Oops, no, you're not still. Okay, you're empty. Go to there. Right, we'll let this guy drop off and then he can go and park up as well. I think you're the ones draining my income. So you can go there. Because at the moment I'm producing oil and bitumen and getting nothing from it. So these guys can turn these 52 tons of oil into bitumen and fuel while this has been finished. Okay, let's keep an eye on that. How's the coal here? Coal is getting a little bit dire, so I think what we're going to have to do is cut the exports. No, we'll turn it off completely. It's going to affect my income, but I don't think I feel I don't really have a lot of choice because we've spent a lot of money recently. So I just want to get this finished. This is how quickly things can get out of control if you're not careful. What we can do is jazz this up a little bit. We got some fuel here and the crops are coming in. I think what we'll do is kick you off and you can export some fuel. How we got here? 266 tons, 230 tons. We got 47 tons there. I think because these guys are putting the stuff away. What are you doing? What is your route then? So you're picking up from there. And you're actually unloading. So you're actually taking stuff to this grain silo. That's okay. I suppose I can live with that, because if this gets full up, we can then back shift it to here. Now this can store 90 tons in here, so let's get this finished, nearly finished. And we'll get this built. Just keep an eye on what's going on. You've got this under construction as well. And we've got the footpaths built through here. Got this. What's this? This is a gravel road. You can get. It doesn't cost us anything as such. Down to 130,000. So. Got fire in my technical services department. Didn't see that come up. Okay, fire's out. I think the fire services are working pretty efficiently actually. We got 5 tons there. Not that there. I think we'll rename you oil and bits. Oil and bits distrib. That will allow me to keep track of this. I've really got to start giving buildings meaningful names. Right, that should be the last of the steel. And I suppose you're replacing the steel at the moment. 35 tons of steel. Yep. We're going to have to lay off the steel purchases. Okay, so we've now got our distribution office there. You can go to there. You can... where's it gone? Go to there. Just that little fuel truck that I was running backwards and forwards and selling fuel. Okay. Just keep an eye on you. Let you sell off 5 tons of fuel and then... Ah, come on. Why, you're meant to be at the front of the queue. It's almost like it needs a one-way system here. Okay. I'll just let them sell the fuel. Okay. You can go there as well. Let's set the route up for... You want you to pick up that, and for you to deliver there, and 30%. And your job is to load oil, unload oil there. If this is under 30%, which is about 30 tons, I think we can live with that. And then the next thing I want you to do is you're going to pick up from here and take it to there. And we're just going to rename you. How'd you spell asphalt? Asphalt. Right, I'm just going to rename you how do you spell asphalt? Asphalt. Bitumen. Ah. Just make sure that's... Yep. Refinery. Bitumen. Name you refinery fuel. And then over here, what I'm going to do is take, where's the cargo? You're no longer to import bitumen. What you got here? I don't want you to unload at the asphalt plant. But what I want you to do is to pick up from here and deliver. You're actually going to unload bitumen here. You're going to load bitumen here, and this is over what's the capacity of this tank? 300 tons. So I think if we set this to you're going to load this if it's over 10% and then sell it off. I think that will work. So what we'll do is all the bitumen from here will be shipped down to here, keep the asphalt plant going. But any surplus will be sold off by this distribution office over here. And then fuel wise, what I'm going to do is add that there. You're going to load fuel. And what you're going to do is deliver to there and there, and I think we'll just put the 2 in for the moment. I'll put this up to about 70%. So things are going well. I'm generally happy with what we got. Got 519 tons in there. What I will do is keep the two distribution offices overlapping slightly for the moment until that oil refinery is really efficient. Just because I don't really want the, well, I suppose if they run out of fuel, they run out of fuel. I suppose that's the way it is. Let's just rename this. For you, steel gas station. Okay. And then I name this one. And that you're the gravel refueling station. So what we'll do is we'll come back to here. Remove you, and there's the gravel refueling station, and we'll remove you. It's a bit of a calculated risk, but I think it will work. And then what this vehicle, so basically what this distribution office will be doing is be pulling the fuel from the small oil station here. We'll call you biofuel fuel storage. Oops, can't spell. So effectively this is going to be my strategic fuel reserve for the moment, and what this will do is just keep this area running, and then hopefully this area here will keep things running as well. And we've got a small oil truck there, which is good. Probably do another one here, but I don't want to spend the money. What did I allocate you? I think we're now at a point where I can start looking forward to other areas now. So, okay, what are you doing? You're just loading bitumen at the moment. You've got 7 tons of bitumen. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's looking good. 2.25 tons there. I just want to check the coal situation. Oh, the coal's back to 362, so I think we can go back to just doing a little bit of export now. And we'll just export on 10%, just to give us a little bit more cash. I need to build that cash reserve back up again. I'll just assign you to the Drayton Road crew. How are we doing up here? I'll assign you to the Drayton Road crew as well. I think that, wow, that's a bit of a long one. I think we'll get this finished to the bus station first and then out to here. I mean, this isn't really high priority. Let's just see if there's any other roads in here. Assign you to the Drayton Road crew. So we have a road. We got a road here. Somehow, with some strange reason, you're actually asphalt, but you're the second coal processing plant. You've got a connection. You need a connection. No, you're assigned anyway. The crew just hasn't got round to. So maybe I've overloaded them a little bit. Probably done enough for this video, so just gonna have a quick check around our population, just make sure everybody's happy. The food and the resources are coming in. We got clothes. Yeah, we got the clothes there. Just check over here to see what our population thinks over here. No kindergarten. Wow. Right, what we're going to have to do is move some of this population out. I think this is something else that Katu 31 said, that what you got to do is because I don't really want to, how can you say, put more kindergarten accommodation into here. I'd rather move the population over to here. So just put that for some more educated workers into there. Wow. And by moving the population out, what that should do is reduce the demand for the kindergarten. Because pop that out there. Because I don't really want this town to grow any bigger. I want to keep it roughly the size it is now, and then push the overflow out into this area here, because this is where we're going to really need the workers in order to be able to drive our industries around here. And hopefully if we've got more workers here, we'll be able to get them out to here and working in the oil refinery and the other industries around here. And of course, once these start to come online, we're going to need more work in this area. Yep. Right, you're building that there. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we will start the process of bringing our coal production online. And what we'll be doing is working from left to right, because I know the temptation is to get up here and build the actual coal mine, but I think the process we're going to need to do is bring this out here, get one of these up and running, start producing coal from the coal ore, and then we'll work up towards the coal mine up here and get that working, and we can get that bus station in. And so that's the process we're going to be going into. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.